All right, what's going on, good people? This is Matt Kowalis from SportsMemo and Wager Talk, back with another version of the slate. It is a great Wednesday. We got 14 games to break down, and I got 4 picks in place for everyone in today's video. If you're not following, I'm not sure what you are doing. Moneyline Matt 8 dropping videos almost every single day, NFL and NBA. We are on a 13-6 run. If you don't like Twitter, check us out on YouTube at Detroit Sports Bettors. So with that being said, let's get right into today's first pick. And today's first pick is actually going to be a combination with Betalytics. I'm working with Betalytics going forward. They're allowing me to use their projection model. No promo codes or any shit like that. Just partnering with them, using their projections. If you want to check them out, feel free. And today's pick is actually going to be Luka Doncic over 28.5 points at home against the Toronto Raptors. This is a spot where Luka has now missed this number in 2 straight games, but I'm really not too worried about it because a lot of it came down to the volume. Luka is averaging around 24 shots per game. In those 2 games, he got around 18. Now he's coming home against the Toronto Raptors. And yes, I do understand that the Toronto Raptors are a solid defensive team. They have lengthy defenders and guys like Scotty Barnes, OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam. But you got to remember, Luka also very much loves the back down game. He likes to slow it down sometimes. He likes to post it up. He likes to hit those fadeaway jumpers, things like that. So for me, I actually think this is a solid rebound spot for Luka. Again, he likes some of these slow tempo games, and those are kind of spots where he oftentimes does take over. Okay, this is a spot for Betalytics. It is projected to hit at a 58.74% rate. In addition to that, the line is 28.5, and they have him projected at 33.33 points with a B rating. Okay, so play number 1 is going to be Luka Doncic over 28.5. Again, that is Betalytics. You can find them over on Twitter. I got their logo linked right here. So if you want to check them out, feel free. It would be awesome. It's a pretty cool projection model. We'll be using them going forward. Now, moving on, play number 2. This is going to be a game total play. And this play is going to be with the Boston Celtics traveling on the road to face off against the Philadelphia 76ers. This total is 227.5, and we are going to be going under in that one. And a lot of it does have to do with these 2 teams, the makeup, the rivalry, everything like that. You know, both of these teams right now are 5-1 coming into this matchup. As for the Philadelphia 76ers, they are 4-2 to the under with this number. As for the Boston Celtics, they are 4-2 to the over. So a little bit opposite here. And again, you know, these 2 teams, though, they don't run that high of a pace. You know, the Boston Celtics running the 10th pace in all of basketball, and the Philadelphia 76ers running the 23rd because they need to allow Joel Embiid to get up and down that court. You know, he's not the fastest guy in the world. He's a guy who loves to post it up, to take his time, pass it out, get it back in the post, pass it out, you know, until he gets comfortable. And I think that could happen again here. You know, in addition to that, with these 2 teams, in the last 10 matchups that these 2 teams have had, 8 of these have gone under this 227.5 point total. So again, there's a lot of signs for me pointing to this under. These are 2 slower teams or especially the Philadelphia 76ers, 2 slower teams throughout the NBA. The Boston Celtics currently ranked 2nd throughout the NBA in terms of overall defense, and the Philadelphia 76ers are 8th. So again, 2 very good defensive teams, slower style, rivalry matchup. 5-1. I think this is going to be a gritty, grinded out style game. Under 227.5 is the play. Moving on, and actually, this is one of my favorite player props. Right when I saw this game, I was thinking of this guy immediately, and this is going to be Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen is a guy we've used before. He has hit for us. He's been very successful. But in this spot, it is going to be over 32.5 points plus rebounds. For one, this is a game against the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers are the 2nd fastest team in all of basketball and the dead last defense. Hence why this game has a 241.5 point total. As for the Utah Jazz, the Jazz also have the 8th highest pace in all of basketball. So this is going to be a very fast game, and there's an enormous mismatch at the small forward position. Indiana Pacers run a very small style lineup. They're in Tyrese Halliburton, Benedict Mathurin, and Bruce Brown at the small forward. Then Obi Toppin at the 4 and Miles Turner at the 5. Bruce Brown against Lauri Markkanen is an enormous mismatch. Bruce Brown is around 6'3". Lauri Markkanen is closer to 7 foot. And it has to stay like that. It has to stay like that because, for one, Obi Toppin will be against John Collins. John Collins runs 6'9", 6'10". You got to be on him. From there, Walker Kessler against Miles Turner, 7 foot against 7 foot. You have to be on there. So for me, I do think that the Pacers could run a zone, but even if they run a zone, they are going to get killed. It's just one of those matchups where I don't think they match up very well against this Utah Jazz offense just because of the height differential. Even if they run a zone, Lauri Markkanen is one of those guys who's tall enough to spot up shoot from the three-point line outside that zone. So again, just a very good spot for Lauri Markkanen. He's averaging 24 points and 8.8 rebounds on the season. And with this Indiana Pacers team, they're also giving up 25.33 points per game to the small forward position and 8.29 rebounds to go with it. So that's fourth worst throughout the NBA to the small forward position. And again, I think it has a lot to do with those mismatches. And here, again, Lauri Markkanen closer to 7 foot, Bruce Brown closer to 6'3". It's going to be really fast. It's got a high total. Very little defense in this game. Lauri Markkanen over 32.5 points plus rebounds. Love this play tonight. Moving on, we already got the last play of the day. We are trying to get these videos out as fast as possible. And this guy, I almost went points, rebounds, assists, but I just ended up going rebounds plus assists. And this is going to be LaMelo Ball over 16.5 rebounds plus assists in this spot against the Washington Wizards. Again, another game that has a 240 total. There's going to be a lot of pace here. Both teams, the Wizards and the Hornets, have top 10 paces in all of basketball. And the Washington Wizards just absolutely brutal on defense. Like this Washington Wizards team, obviously you're always a little nervous that it could blow out. But this is also a Charlotte Hornets team who is going to be without the number 2 on offense in Terry Rozier. So again, when Terry Rozier is out too, LaMelo Ball is that guy who picks up the usage. He's the guy who picks up the slack. He's had 3 straight games with triple doubles when Terry Rozier is out. So I actually do think this is a spot where you could even sprinkle on LaMelo Ball triple-double. It's plus 550. Again, he's hit it 3 times in a row. This is a Wizards team that can just go absolutely ice cold. They can just, man, they're brutal sometimes. So it gives opportunity for LaMelo Ball to get those rebounds to potentially creep into that triple-double as long as this game remains close to the end. So for me, play number 4, it's going to be LaMelo Ball over 16.5 points plus assists here. The Wizards are dead last in the league in assists per game to the point guard position, giving up 11.2. And then in addition to that, they're giving up around 6.3 rebounds to the point guard on top of that. LaMelo loves to get that rebound, start the break immediately, outlet pass it to someone, maybe like a little PJ Washington, Gordon Hayward, someone like that. So again, this is just another great play. LaMelo Ball is always one of my favorites to lock and load, but sometimes he gets a little cold in terms of shooting the basketball. So for me, I think he's really going to look for his teammates here. The Wizards have one of the worst defenses throughout the entire NBA. So again, LaMelo Ball over 16.5 rebounds plus assists here. And that's it for quick plays for everyone. And we're going to go over them one more time. It's Luka Doncic over 28.5 points. It is the Celtics and 76ers under 227.5 points. It's going to be Lauri Markkanen over 32.5 points plus rebounds. And then LaMelo Ball over 16.5 assists plus rebounds. Again, guys, I am Matt Kowalis from SportsMemo and Wager Talk. I'll be on X's and Bros Radio again this Friday, 8:17 a.m. Went 3-1 on X's and Bros Radio this past weekend, 3-0 the week before. So check that out. We break down the main games for the NFL with my boy Anthony Bellino. I believe it's 1500 a.m. here in Detroit. We're kind of all over, but check out my Twitter, MoneylineMatt8, if you want more information on that. Tweet goes out before we go live every single week. But again, guys, Matt Kowalis, SportsMemo and Wager Talk. Make sure to toss that follow. No one else is dropping videos like this on Twitter and YouTube. That's the word I was looking for. Basically every single day, I'm giving you guys quick plays, and we've been hot, man. We've been 13-6, doing well. Toss it a follow. Would greatly appreciate it. Again, Matt Kowalis, SportsMemo and Wager Talk. I'm out, y'all. Have a good Wednesday. Good luck.